Today I'm going to be rotating the tires on my 2008 Lexus LX570, and this process should work the same for all third generation Lexus LX models. Once you've parked your vehicle on level surface, and in this case I'm using my garage so there's no issues there, it's time to assemble the tools you need. Inside your tailgate you'll find the wrench that you'll need for the lug nuts. Okay, the tools you'll need for the job are a jack. I'm going to use this floor jack that's rated at 2.5 tons. 2 jack stands, a block of wood, wheel locks if applicable. This is the key for the wheel locks. You're going to need your lug nut wrench from the car and a torque wrench with a 22mm socket. Step 1 is to chalk the wheels so the vehicle doesn't roll. I used the old ramp that I had and I placed it on the opposite side of where I'll be working from. Now that we ensure that the vehicle won't roll forward, we could go ahead and use the lug nut wrench, and if you have wheel locks, go ahead and get that out, because now we'll just be loosening up the lug nuts on both left side wheels so we can jack the car up and remove the lug nuts later. Okay, as you know, lefty loosey, righty tighty, so we'll be going to the left. We also want to go in a star pattern. That means you just skip a bolt every time you loosen up, and that way you'll get them all. Another tip is to go ahead and use your body weight to loosen these up. That way you won't strain too hard. Here I have a wheel lock, so I'm going to go ahead and use the key to put it on the lock and loosen that up. Now that all your lug nuts are loose, go ahead and do the same thing for the other wheel. Okay, we're now looking at underneath my vehicle, and I'm going to go ahead and align the jack on the frame rail so we could lift the car up. I want to make sure I avoid any kind of sensitive parts here and just get the main frame rail. The frame is sturdy enough to support the weight of the vehicle, and as long as you're in the middle, you're not going to get any tipping forward and back. You'll be able to get both wheels off the ground and rotate them. Okay, now that both wheels are off the ground by just a little bit, around an inch is fine. You don't need to go higher than that. I'm going to grab some jack stands and I'm just going to set them underneath the frame to make sure that if should anything happen to my jack, the vehicle will be safe and I'll be safe as well. I have a jack stand at the front underneath the frame, and I also have a jack stand at the rear on the other side of the jack. Since we loosened up all the lug nuts on the ground, I'm going to go ahead and use my driver to take them out. That saves a lot of time. rotation is simple. You're just going to take the front wheel and move it to the rear, and take the rear wheel and move it to the front. Now we could go ahead and reinstall the front wheel. I'm going to thread the lug nuts on by hand first. Now I could go ahead and tighten them up with my driver. Again, I'm going to go in a star pattern here. Okay, now that you have all the lug nuts kind of hand tight, firm on the wheels, you could go ahead, remove the jack stands, and lower the vehicle on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and torque my wheels to 97 foot-pounds. So first I'm just going to go around with the lug nut wrench. And now I'm going to check the torque, make sure it's to 97 foot-pounds. Alright, I'm finished with the job. I'm upstairs now and cleaned up. Naturally, the other side of the vehicle works the same. And you want to recheck your lug nuts after driving a few hundred miles, making sure that nothing came loose. I'm going to throw up a tire rotation diagram because you can work in your spare if it's the same style wheel. In my case, my wheel is a little bit different. I have chrome wheels and the spare is the painted silver one, so I don't rotate it in, but you can if it works on your vehicle. Hopefully you found this useful or at least entertaining. If so, go ahead and like and subscribe, please. Thanks. See you next time.